I uploaded this video a few months ago and it's done pretty well. The topic of the video is the Score Dragon Ball Z card game, and the mere topic of the video allowed some enfranchised players to actually find the video and leave their comments suggesting what I should do with the deck if I wanted to improve it. And you got this guy here just listing all the styles and what they do for some reason. But I wanted to update that video because since making that deck in 2020, I've gotten back into Magic the Gathering, and one of my biggest fixations in Magic was optimizing decks, like building a deck and then optimizing it. So I wanted to apply that to this deck I built in 2020. Not by piggybacking directly off what the comments suggested, but using that as inspiration. So I did something that I didn't really take into consideration back when I built the deck, which is promo cards. The idea of promo cards just being allowed to be played has always seemed strange to me, because like it just feels weird to me because not everybody has access to them. So it just it feels weird to me. So I didn't it didn't occur to me to include promo cards in the deck. There might have been. I actually don't think there were any promo cards in that deck. The Sensei deck had Hum, which is a promo. I don't know if there were any cards in the main deck that were actually promo, because I know I was missing quite a few staples at least. Like this right here, Black Body Destruction. This is a card I did not even know existed when I played the GBA game like last year, and I found out this was a card. I lost my shit because I was like, yo, this ain't fair. This definitely should have been a 3-of, but in addition to not knowing it, it wasn't on my radar to look for promos. So that's something I did in addition to just building a more optimized and just overall more functional deck. Now, unfortunately, I wanted to originally sit at my desk and record with the physical cards in my hand as I had done in that previous video, but there's a problem. One thing I've learned through retroactively getting back into the format is that the player base, what's left of the player base, is very proxy friendly, because they haven't released cards for the game since the early 2000s, so there's no way to get cards anymore. The community is fine with proxying, understandable. With that in mind, I went to the site I used to print out my Magic the Gathering proxies, and after taking my money, they waited 5 days and then decided that they weren't comfortable printing proxies with copyrighted characters like Dragon Ball Z characters on them. So I had a list. I'll probably put it on screen right now, but I had a list of cards that I wanted to proxy because I don't have them, or I do have them, but we'll talk about that later. For whatever reason or whatever, I wanted to proxy some cards to put in my deck, but I wasn't able to do that. So I really don't know where to go from here. I don't want to just like shove the idea aside now that it's come to a screeching halt like this. Like, I wanted to get this video out there, but I don't know how to proceed from here. Like, I don't know how the community proxies their cards, like if they just write it on paper, or like they print it out from a printer. Really not sure what the general stance is on that, because like you really can't find cards anymore. Like just a little bit of a spoiler here. There's a card, Yamcha's Skillful Defense. It's like it's a block that it can stop physical or energy. That's it. That's all it does. It's a energy combat card, so it can't be stopped by Trunks' energy sphere. It's a staple. I never had a copy because I never bought any cards from the Frieza saga, so I don't have that card. And I went to like look online, expecting prices to be similar to what they were in the year 2020, and boy, oh boy, are they not. I think there was like one copy of Yamcha's Skillful Defense foil. I especially don't want to play with foils because they curl, which is why I wanted to proxy some promos that I actually do have copies of, but they're foil and they curl and it's bad. So that's why I wanted to proxy some, but now we're back to square one. I can't sit down to show you the cards because I don't have the cards, because proxy company decided nah. So here we are. But like I said, I would still like to go over the deck, at least in theory, what I came up with. I did not change my main personalities. I still have the Gohans, level 1, 2, 3. Gosh, these sizes are all porked. Okay, there's the level 1, 1,200,000 power when entering combat. When defending in combat, you draw a card. Just nice card advantage there. Someone suggested I use a different Gohan. Gosh, if I can even find it. WJO_8889 says he suggests the level 1 Super Saiyan Gohan, which is a promo card, which is another card I don't have, so probably not happening. They also suggested Bookworm or even the Trunks Saga. I actually don't know what that is right now. Physical doing +4. Okay, so that isn't bad, and from what I can tell from this small ass image, it looks like 200,000, and the commenter suggested this one because the lower power level lets you abuse a rule that if you have low power stages, you can begin the game at full power stages while forcing your opponent way down to like 2 stages above 0, and I think you also unconditionally start the game. You go first, so that is an option. That is something to consider. I might actually have this Gohan too, so we'll have to consider that, but for the time being I kept with the Cell Saga just for flavor, because I love the way they fit together. I don't like the way they don't, because I didn't get these all from the same website, so they're going to be different sizes. But yeah, go up the level 1 through 2, 3, 4, and go on level 5. Have remained the same for now, but I will look into that. Actually, let's look at the other promo. This one. Well, that's almost the same power level as the one I currently have. Entering as the attacker, you might do. Okay, so that's like the opposite of the current level 1, which you draw a card when defending. So I guess actually the same power stage wise. Oh no, this one is a little stronger. So yeah, this I might actually go with this one. I feel like I'll be entering combat as an attacker more than my opponent, so this actually looks better than this Gohan here. But I also really like the idea of just cheesing and auto going first and auto starting at full with the Trunks Saga one, so I will look into that. But for the time being, this was my levels 1 through 5, you know, just the Cell Saga Gohans. I did make a change, not to the Mastery, that's still Black Style Mastery, but I did make a change to the Sensei, which I switched it from Goku Sensei to Master Roshi Sensei, which I did pull a copy of Master Roshi Sensei from my first Majin Buu starter deck. This was the rare in my starter deck where I first got my, gosh, I think, who was it? Goten? Might have been Piccolo or Deborah. No, I can't. I think it might have been a villain starter, and I got Deborah as in my very first one. And this was my rare in it. And yeah, regretting getting rid of it now. I think I traded it to Ty actually, but a very good card. Goes great in any deck, especially an aggressive one like this Gohan deck here. So yeah, this is much more optimized than whatever I was trying to do with Goku Sensei. So yeah, this is my new Sensei here. As far as the rest of the deck, let's just go over the notes I have. So we begin with 4 Gohan's Kicks, of course. This is why we built the deck, so we could play 4 copies of this to just combat the nonsense. Then we get to Cell's Backslap. I have some of the I have it somewhat organized. I have the named cards from the original deck in the front here. This is Cell's Backslap, just cantrips, physical attack, but you draw a card, and then it removes itself from the game. This is limit 1 per deck, so we only got 1 copy, and I forgot to mention last time, this is also a card that is similar to Cell's Backslap, because it reads as if it has the same exact effect, except upside if you play Goku. However, it's come to my understanding that they errataed this, so that instead of plus draw the bottom card of your discard pile, it is, if successful, draw the bottom card of your discard pile. So yeah, this card is trash now, unfortunately. I guess. I don't know when that happened, but that's just unfortunate, because this used to be a house back in the day. Anyway, after that, we still got the Hercules dropkick, just hitting for big damage. The 2 hidden power levels, yes. And then three Majin Vegeta's frantic attack. We know the business. This stays in place, so you get much more value out of it. What are we at now? Three fierce left kick. Okay, just more big damage. Yeah, this could also stop a physical attack, so that's pretty good, because I don't have many blocks, but the upside of being able to just use this as a block is nice. So good card there. What do we got? 3 of them. Yep. Now we get to some black cards. Yeah, black face slap. We got 3 of these. I think I mentioned in the last video this could be replaced by the promo card I showed at the beginning of the video, black body destruction. But instead of replacing it, I just doubled up on it. I have 3 of that and 3 of this. So just trying to attack the opponent's hand, in addition to beating down. 3 of that. 3 black reversal strike. Okay. Just strong damage. Lowering anger is something that I made sure to include some opportunities to do that, which I think I completely ignored in my first iteration of the deck. But yeah, definitely something I consciously made an attempt to include, without going too gimmicky with it. Just if something is something I would want to be playing anyway, like this, physical for +5, and then just lower anger tacked on, yeah, I'll play 3 of that. What do we got here? Black. There it is. Black swivel attack. Yes. 3 copies of this, because it hits for decent damage, and then you just attack their hand, just like black body destruction. I guess if their hand is full of Dragon Balls, it's not technically a hand disruption, but if their hand is full of Dragon Balls, you're probably winning that game. Yeah, 3 copies of that. Black spin kick. 3 copies of this. I don't remember what this does. +4. Lower anger. Okay. If successful, place 3 with the word kick. That's why. Because you can recur your Gohan's kicks and stuff. So had to. I think it's correct to include it also. It's not just for the memes, but yeah, including 3 of that. What do we got to? Here's a promo card that I didn't know existed. I think this might have been from the Irwin Toys. Yeah, IR means the Irwin Toys. So this is a card I could have realistically gotten, because if you've seen the literal most popular video on my channel, which was a throwaway video I almost didn't make, I collected the Dragon Ball Z toys back in the day. This is not a card I pulled or knew existed, though, so I had no way of knowing this was a card. But yeah, it's a pretty good card. Physical attack, if it's successful, they got a discard, so pretty good card. We got 3 of that. Yeah, 3 of that. Black side thrust, a card I didn't know existed. This is from Androids though, so I don't know how I overlooked this, but it's like black searching technique, scout maneuver, like on a physical attack. Just the only condition is you gotta declare Takuiwaza, which everybody does. So, because yeah, one of the reasons to not declare Takuiwaza was so you could play Cosmic Backlash, but I read it like an updated rules list, and apparently that card is banned. That isn't a card I remember being on the ban list. Like, I remember that being like Dream Machine Battle and fucking Chaozu's Psychic Halt. This too shall pass, like stuff like that. I don't remember Cosmic Backlash being on there, but evidently it's on the ban list. So like now everybody is incentivized to play with the Takuiwaza. I guess maybe there's corner cases for not doing so, but still. What was I saying? Got sidetracked. How many? We got 3 of this. Yeah, 3 of this. There's the body destruction. Yeah, we got 3 of that. We already talked about this. Can also discard it. Either way, it's a 2-for-1. So. Ridiculous card. This is another, it says it's from Capsule Corp Power Pack, which is a straight lie because I bought Capsule Corp Power Pack back in 2011 from Amazon, because, like, Amazon was still selling sealed Dragon Ball Z cards back in those days. So I bought Capsule Corp Power Pack 1 and 2. This was nowhere to be found. I think this is actually from the collectible card game video game. Like, you got a promo with that. I think this is one of the promos you could get. Could be wrong, but either way, this card, as far as I can tell, only exists as a holo foil, which, as we described, it curls. Holos curl, and they don't work well in a deck because you can tell where they are. So I like to not play with foils. So this is another card I really wanted to proxy for that reason alone, but couldn't do that. So I don't know where we're going from here. Where are we at now? Gohan's Heroic Uppercut. Another promo. I don't know where this is from. What do we got? 4 copies of this. Physical Doom +3. If performed against a villain, it stays in play. Okay, raise your anger. Remove from game after use. You know, if it's successful, you get great value out of it. And just Gohan name cards in general are fun to play. So, good card there. Another promo, Goku's Dashing Punch. Don't know where this is from. But physical, doing 8 power stage of damage and lowers your opponent's anger to 0. You can only have 1 in your deck, but that's probably always going to just lower your opponent's not only anger but also power stages to 0 in 1 attack. So that just is a good card. Only allowed 1 of though, I think. Yeah, it says right there. I'm tripping. Now here's a card I didn't know existed. Of course, it's another promo. What is? Does that say Irwin? No, TR. I don't know what TR means. It's an interesting one. Physical Doom +4. Raise your anger. If successful, I can barely read this. Search your life deck for any card with sword in the title that is not Trunks Sword Slice, which is this card, and put it into your hand. So I decided I would like to have like a sword engine going on also. So yeah, upon realizing this was a card, I'm like, yeah, I'll go with it. I'll play with the sword cards. I have 3 of this Trunks Sword Slice. I have 3 of this also Trunks Sword Position 4, which isn't much. Like it's just a physical for +4. Doesn't go well with my mastery or much, but it is nice for the sword package. If I need to tutor something out and I don't have any more sword cards, like this is something I could just get for more big damage. 3 of that. We're playing 1 Gohan Sword Thrust, I think. No, 4! Goddamn, 4 Gohan Sword Thrust. Physical Loop +2 is successful discount. Okay, so it's like free utility, just auto included. You have the opportunity to discard 2 of your opponent's non-combats in play. So, just good. And then 1 of this, right? Sword Slash? Yes. This is focused, but if successful, you can tutor up a sword play drill. It doesn't have to be drill, but there's no, I think the only hit for this is Gohan's Swordplay Drill, which, spoiler alert, we do have 1 copy of to get with this, to tutor with the Sword Slash, which can be tutored with Trunks' Sword Slice. So we got a lot of tutoring going on. We're building our own Piccolo's Powerball with this sword package here. And then, okay, now we're on to blocks. What do we got? 3 of this? Yeah, only 3 copies. I think I could play 4, but I only have 3 elbow block. Yeah, this should get bumped up to 4, because it stops the physical. Well, I guess you might not always be up against physicals, so yeah, that's probably why I kept it at 3. But the upside is so high. If you can stop a physical with it, you search your discard pile for a Gohan named card and just redraw it, so nice recursion there, 2 for 1, and Gohan named cards are some of the best cards in my deck, so definitely what we want to be doing, but again, you might not be fighting an opponent firing off physical attacks, so it could be a dead card, so that's why we only have 3. Here's the Yamcha's Skillful Defense. Just stops physical or energy. It's like fucking the ultra rare from the Saiyan Saga, except that was a combat card, so it could be stopped with Trunks Energy Sphere. This is just better, but I don't have a copy, and there's no way to get more currently, so here we are. What do we got? 3 of the Yamcha? Yes. 2 of this. Black Parry stops an energy. Shuffle 3 black style cards in your discard pile into your life deck. Okay, so this is just my generic energy blocks, I guess. And then here's another stop a physical. If you declare into Kuyawaza, it can stop a physical or energy instead. So, pretty good card. We got 3 of this? Gotta be. Yeah, 3 of this. Okay, now we get to the combats. We got the 3 Trunks Energy Sphere. I can't remember if I included this in that last deck or not. I really feel like I didn't include Trunks Energy Sphere, which is wild, because this is, you always want Energy Sphere. I got 3 of this. I can't remember if it was in the last one or not, but if I didn't, here we are. We're playing, we bumped it up to 3 Aura Clash. Originally there was just one, I don't know why, but I vividly remember I was playing one copy of Aura Clash, and it didn't make sense. Now we're all the way up to 3. I got rid of the Goku Sensei, because it wasn't really meshing with what the deck wanted to be doing, and instead we're trying to gain anger like this, with Aura Clashes and stuff. So 3 of that, 3 of the Confrontation. I own 2 copies of this card. I can't remember where I got them. It wasn't from the Irwin Toys. It might have been from the card game, the game on GBA. You get a promo in that. This might have been one of them. I don't know how I got 2, but either way, both of them are foiled. They both suffer from the same problem that the Black Body Destruction does, in that they're unconditionally foil. So they encounter that curling issue. So this is another card I wanted to proxy, so it would be flat and wouldn't have that problem, but can't proxy. So here we are. Anyway, three of this. This is just a card I blatantly overlooked. Like, there's no reason to not be playing it. You just Heroes only Thoughtseize. Technically not Thoughtseize because it goes back into their deck, which counts as their life. So it's not like all upside, but like, I mean, come on. Getting rid of their best card is unbalanced. Moving on, Krillin Search. This is a card I have. I just didn't think to include it, I guess, but definitely should have been in the deck from the beginning. You draw a card. If it's named, you show it to your opponent, draw another card, but either way, it just kind of cycles. But if you draw like a Gohan's Kick, or any of the other named cards I mentioned so far, you draw another card. So yeah, this is limit 1 per deck. Got eroded to being limit 1, so very good card here. Is that it? That's it for the combats. Okay, so now we got 1 copy of Quickness Drill. Everybody knows what this is. Staple. Here's the one of Swordplay Drill to tutor up with whatever. Gohan Sword Slash, was it? Yes. And this just buffs your sword attacks, and makes it so your, if successful, effects become secondary effects. And then we got 3 of this Black Searching Technique, which is just a non-combat card that selects cards to remove from your opponent's deck, whereas attacking them, you just randomly, get rid of their deck. But this, you select specific cards you don't want to face. So this is another kind of slow card in an aggressive deck like this, but it's so good at like getting rid of what you need to get rid of. So it's too good to pass up. I kept the 3 copies. And is that it for the non-combats? Yeah, that's it for the deck. Okay, we finished. In conclusion, maybe you guys have some suggestions on like where you get your cards, if there's still like a healthy market for them, or if you're all proxying, and if you are, how? Like, let me know what your situation is as far as the game, so maybe I can take this further than where I am right now, because currently I'm at a standstill. Like, I can't really proceed. So I wanted to get this video out and just say, hey, anybody still interested? This is where I'm at. If you have any further input, I'd like to hear it. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get on out of here. So thank you for watching, and have a good day, guys.